highlights from your next great play in the Event Center. Send them on social media with your gamer tag and the hashtag 2KTVWow. Until next week, I'm teaching Slamson to ice skate. Pro tip, you really have to watch out for the tail. Later!
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. The starters for Utah. Filipowski out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Bailey. Then there's George. And it's Mikhailuk in at shooting guard. And for the Warriors, Butler out there with Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Quentin Post. And it's Dixon in at the two guard. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's George. Filipowski, the pass to Bailey. Utah moving the ball around to the inside. Mikhailuk, and he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. Just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
That's pretty much any coach. That's how he'd like to start the game.
Pass to Kessler. Now George. It's deflected. Here's Dixon. Coming off a solid outing against Oklahoma City. 2 points. That one goes.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Mikhailuk, the pass to Kessler. And here's Filipowski. Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Bailey to the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark. Down low. Dixon, good. Dixon's got his third basket on the night right there.
This man sees everything on the court. Curry just dropping dimes out there.
George passes to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. He's watched by Kuminga. Back to Filipowski.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
Excellent D, avoided fouling and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And George with the basket on the assist by Bailey.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Inside, Dixon, and a nice finish on the layup. Dixon's got 8.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. George passes to Kessler. Pass to Bailey. Here's Mikhailuk. Jacks up a 3. Kuminga pulls it in.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Dixon. Sinks the tray. 11 points in the game.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Pass to Kessler. It's good.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
And now the first time out called here for Utah. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
Looking now at some numbers for him. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. George with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
Counted from distance. MyCAREER's got his second bucket on the night.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Dixon. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Jazz trail by 6. That's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. To the paint. Stolen by Kessler. It's George on the wing. Baseline try. No good. A bit long that time.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Here's Dixon. George defending. The baseline J. Again, the Warriors score.
Making use of the in-between area. Curry's ability to break defenses down opens up these shots.
Here's George. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. Here's MyCAREER. Utah moving the ball around. All alone, and Bailey gets it to go.
Well, Bailey is a shot-making machine, particularly off the catch at this stage.
Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, BA, it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body, and mentally, it might be even more difficult.
So he gets them both. Jazz trail by 8. Pass to Kessler. Out to the wing. George scanning the floor. Clock at 4. And he's going for the oop here. And finished off by Kessler.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Here's Dixon. He's covered by Kessler. And they recover it. The kick out. Curry goes back up. He gets it in there.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Jazz trail by 8. Here's George. An easy 2 on the layup. George has gotten his second bucket.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Dixon. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
Now here's Filipowski. Count the basket. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Smooth pass to Butler. And he buries his first look.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Utah's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Filipowski. Butler covering. Now here's George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Quentin Post.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Nurkic has checked in for Filipowski. Hendricks comes in for Bailey. And it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Got it.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Now here's George. Give him 8. It's stolen by Green. To the middle. Here's Dixon. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead. Here's Hendricks. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Collier.
Warriors foul. Dixon. First personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for Jazz. Number 13.
Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Launches a 3. Dixon can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 4. George outside. That's good from Collier on the assist by George.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Dixon. He's got 21. Pass to Pajimski. Clock at 6. Here's Dixon. Takes a 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nurkic. Group out there, and a new group getting ready for Utah.
The line for 1.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
So the Utah 5 right now. Keontae George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then it's Bailey. And it's Hendricks in at power forward. Here's Dixon. Just 3 to shoot. Deflected!
Yes, sometimes it feels like Bailey baits you into the shot because he knows he's got the length advantage.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry, and Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint, I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Back to you.
A great fit. Thank you, Allie. And the Jazz with possession here. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Smooth pass to Curry. Here's the teardrop. Sinks that one from the post. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal. See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And he lays it up and in. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How do you stop Curry? Well, in a short answer, you can't.
And here's George. 10 points for him. Pass to Mikhailuk. And here's Kessler. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Kessler. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help. Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Releases. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Dixon. Basket counts. Dixon's got 27 points.
And man, is he in his zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Pass to Hendricks. And George with the jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad 3 for Steph.
Kessler up top. Pass to Bailey. Offensive board. To the inside. Utah moving the ball around. The shot by MyCAREER, no good. The Warriors lead by 21. Now Butler again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Oh, keep feeding him. This man's on fire.
Pass to MyCAREER. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid, and he definitely doesn't want to pick up his 3rd before the half.
And the Warriors making a change here. Payton's checked in. Now here's George. He's got 12. Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Here's Dixon. And the 3 off target.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Out to the right wing. Filipowski, the pass to George. Here's Kessler. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got 7 rebounds in the game. You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though. 2 of the first NBA championship back in 47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in 75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, Grant.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Now here's George. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession. And the Jazz with possession here. 6 to shoot. Here's Hendricks. They can't stop the run with that one.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. The league is already buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
You take a look at Curry. He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now. But this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
Here's George, following the score by Golden State. Here's Hendricks. That one off the back iron and out. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Dixon. He's covered by Kessler. With the teardrop. On the wing, Peyton. George defending. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
George outside. Good work defensively by Post.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Utah's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Pass to George.
2
Here's
minutes remaining
Hendricks.
in the first half. 2 minutes.
The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. The Jazz again can't hit. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 74%. Just an unbelievable offensive display here.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. They'll be off to Portland for a meeting with the Trailblazers after this one. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Now a timeout called by Utah.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Kuminga, and it's Brandon Pajemski in for Stephen Curry. 1:35 left to play in the first half. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Collier driving to the basket. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Here's Dixon. Here's Post. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
And for the Jazz, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far. And they're on the run. And it's blocked. That's out of bounds. Last touch by Filipowski. Horford, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Al Horford.
Here's Dixon. Three-pointer off the mark.
He's got to keep the ball moving. That's just not a good shot with the D set up like it was.
Shot's good by Collier.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Here's Dixon. That's 29 for him. No good with the triple. Utah has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Pass to Collier. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. And don't go far. We'll be right back.